Hey, welcome to a new video. In this clip, a man holds a striped towel up directly in front of his face, pressing it against a bathroom mirror to block his reflection completely. Yet, in the mirror, his face and upper body are still clearly visible behind the towel. His reflection appears untouched, as if the towel isn't there at all. Viewers explode in confusion. Did the mirror forget to render the obstruction? From the camera's slightly offset angle, the mirror is able to see past the towel. The obstruction does not fully block the line of sight to the reflective surface. Are you new to this channel? Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video.
In 2015, a 10-year-old boy named Ryan Hammonds shared memories that seemed to belong to another life. Ryan and his mother, Cindy, claimed that he was the reincarnation of a Hollywood extra. Cindy recalled that Ryan began experiencing nightmares around the age of 4, and a year later, he expressed that he had once been someone else. He often cried and begged her to take him home to Hollywood. He spoke of encounters with celebrities like Rita Hayworth and described performing on Broadway. Cindy kept Ryan's experiences secret from her husband until she discovered a library book containing a photo of Hayworth from the film Night After Night. Ryan pointed to a man in the picture and declared that he was that man. The man was identified as Marty Martin, a film extra from Night After Night. Seeking answers, Cindy consulted child psychiatrist Dr. Jim Tucker, an expert on children who claim past life memories. Dr. Tucker investigated Martin and confirmed that 55 details Ryan had provided about Martin's life were accurate, details not readily available online. For example, Ryan knew how many children Martin had, how many times he had been married, and how many sisters he had. He also mentioned living on a street with the word Rock in it, which matched Martin's address on Roxbury Drive in Beverly Hills.
The Battle of Los Angeles is considered one of the strangest events in American history. On December 7, 1941, the U.S. naval base Pearl Harbor was attacked by Japan. This caused the United States to become involved in World War II. On February 23, 1942, a Japanese submarine surfaced off the coast of Santa Barbara, California, and fired over 17 shells. One day later, on the night of February 24th to 25th, something was seen in the sky over Los Angeles that is still unexplained. The power of the entire city had gone out, and America began shooting at the objects and lights they saw in the sky. However, there was no firing back and no debris had been recovered. The next day, an official statement was released that it was a false alarm. However, hundreds of eyewitnesses believed that they saw UFOs that night, and that aliens may have come to visit Earth to see what was going on. A black and white cat stands upright against a brick wall, with its front paws pressed to a garden faucet, as if taking a drink. But something is clearly off, as the cat stands completely rigid, soaked through, with fur matted and shining as if the water is frozen mid-flow. Its body is arched, head tilted back, mouth open near the spout, yet there is no movement at all, no blinking, no tail flick. It looks paused in time, as if reality briefly stopped rendering the scene correctly. If we are to believe this next video, a pyramid appeared suddenly during a helicopter flight over the vast blue ocean. According to the uploader, this strange event had a specific cause. That same day, they also saw a nearly transparent UFO glowing faintly. Some witnesses, including pilots, initially tried to ignore the sight. A pyramid in the middle of the ocean is mysterious enough, but the discovery is even more frightening because it is located in the infamous Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle is an area in the North Atlantic Ocean off the coast of North America, with boundaries that are not clearly defined. It is known for its triangular shape, connecting the southern coast of the United States, Bermuda, and the Greater Antilles. Claims suggest that more than 50 ships and airplanes have mysteriously disappeared within its borders. The Bermuda Triangle is notorious for its high frequency of tropical storms and hurricanes, and is also known as a whirlpool of mystery. Do you believe this pyramid that appeared in the vast ocean is real? And if so, what could it mean?
Dinosaurs ate each other, and naturally, they would have eaten humans too, but luckily, we did not coexist with these gigantic predators. The last non-avian dinosaurs went extinct about 65 million years ago, at the end of the Cretaceous period. In contrast, modern humans emerged approximately 300,000 years ago. This means that there is a minimum difference of 64.7 million years between us. But what if science got it wrong? The Inca civilization was an ancient civilization that existed in South America, ruling over a large part of the Andes region between the 15th and 16th centuries. However, some scientists in the 1960s and 1970s discovered a collection of engraved stones in the province of Ica in Peru. The Inca stones are made of a type of volcanic tuff and are engraved with various images including animals, people, and landscapes. The most controversial aspect of the Inca stones is that some of them depict dinosaurs, leading some people to suggest that this is evidence that the Inca civilization coexisted with dinosaurs. The engravings on the Inca stones are highly detailed and appear to show different dinosaurs, including Tyrannosaurus rex, Stegosaurus, and Triceratops. Some stones also depict people interacting with the dinosaurs, such as riding or hunting them. Does this mean that history as we know it should be rewritten? And do you think the Inca civilization had interactions with dinosaurs? Let me know in the comments. A beautiful butterfly flutters gently inside a mirror's reflection, while the real room remains completely empty. The camera pans and tilts, but there is no butterfly anywhere outside the glass. It appears only within the reflection, as if the mirror contains a separate version of reality. There is no insect on the walls, floor, or ceiling in the actual space. Some viewers believe it is a portal or a rendering mistake, while others suggest it could be evidence of overlapping dimensions. Gus Taylor was a young boy who, at a very early age, began sharing vivid memories and details that led his family to suspect he was the reincarnation of his own grandfather, Augie Taylor. At around 18 months old, Gus started talking about his grandfather, who had passed away more than a year before Gus was born. One day, while his father was changing his diaper, Gus reportedly said that he had changed his father's diapers when he was his age. Gus shared multiple personal memories of Augie Taylor's life, details he couldn't have known under normal circumstances. He spoke with remarkable accuracy about events in his grandfather's life, such as specific details about Augie's sister, something that had never been discussed in the family before. He even recognized Augie in old family photographs without any clues. These highly detailed memories convinced his family that Gus was the reincarnation of his grandfather.
In many Russian villages, a mysterious plague was reportedly observed that made them think the end of the world was near. In this mysterious event, hundreds of thousands of flies swarmed into the area. The locals were shocked, but it was not the first time they had experienced this. The flies flew into the Russian Ural Mountains in large swarms, which looks quite terrifying on camera. The government had to launch an official investigation to investigate the event. The video shows that the swarms of flies, which gathered in a cloud-like formation, buzzed through the village. Locals said they could not open their windows, hang their laundry outside, or even go outside for fear of these flies. In fact, the flies were gathering everywhere from various roads to the fields surrounding the village. What do you think this mysterious plague of flies means? Let me know in the comments.
This footage captures a tall, modern apartment building set against a clear blue sky. But something immediately feels wrong. The top of the structure appears sliced off, with the upper floors missing and replaced by open sky. It simply stops mid-wall, as if the rest failed to load. The edges look strangely sharp and almost pixelated, where concrete should continue upward. As the camera slowly pans up, there are no cranes or scaffolding in sight, only a clean and impossible gap hanging in plain view.
Be cautious if you plan to visit Fuxin Forest National Park in China. Rumors suggest that extraterrestrials have been spotted there before, and not just by one person. If it were just one, most UFO sightings would be dismissed as lies or hallucinations. No, this time a whole group of people saw a UFO hovering above the forest, and behind a tree, they saw a silver object slowly descending into the woods. What would you do in their place? Investigate? If you watch closely, you can see in the video the exact moment when the UFO is noticed by the witnesses. At first, it just looks like a typical video of friends recording a fun day. But it quickly takes a different turn when, on the left, flying at moderate speed, a UFO appears, begins to slow down, and descends into the thick trees. The group stopped filming and quickly ran to where they thought the UFO had landed. They managed to locate the object and hid behind some bushes, and there it was, the UFO, setting an alien being onto the ground. The creature looked like something straight out of a classic alien movie. This strange window scene feels like a true glitch in the Matrix moment, showing a quiet street outside a large, old building with tall, arched windows. Inside, several people stand pressed close to the glass, completely motionless. They stare straight ahead with blank expressions and do not speak or react to anything around them. No one moves or shifts position. It looks like background characters in a video game who forgot to start their animation, leading some viewers to believe they are real-life NPCs. Cameron Macaulay was born and raised in Glasgow, Scotland. From a young age, he began sharing vivid memories of a past life on a small island called Barra, off Scotland's west coast. His recollections were detailed, consistent, and astonishing for a child who had never visited the island. At around 2 years old, Cameron started talking about his other family on Barra. He frequently spoke about a white house near the beach, where he claimed to have lived with his real mother, a woman named Margaret. He described his previous life in great detail, mentioning airplanes landing on the beach and referencing specific rooms and features of the White House. Cameron often expressed sadness and longing for his family on Barra, saying how much he missed them. One of the most remarkable elements of his story was his mention of airplanes landing on the beach. Barra is unique for having one of the few airports in the world where planes use the beach as a runway. This detail added credibility to Cameron's story, as it was highly unlikely that a young child from Glasgow would know about such a specific fact. When Cameron was 6 years old, his mother agreed to take him to Barra to investigate his memories. A television crew accompanied them, and upon arrival, they found a white house near the beach that matched Cameron's description, complete with the view of landing airplanes. Imagine a woman standing on a grassy field with her back to the camera, wearing jeans and a red hoodie. She begins to turn around slowly and naturally when something strange happens, and mid-spin, 2 separate sets of legs become visible. One pair is already facing forward, firmly planted, while the other still lags behind in the original position. It looks like her lower body split into 2 versions, one current and one delayed by half a second. Her upper body moves smoothly, but her legs appear glitched. Have you ever thought you were going crazy because something looked so bizarre? This man saw what appeared to be an ordinary store window with something drawn or engraved on it, but the glass was so dark that it reflected like a mirror, allowing him to see himself. And you certainly wouldn't try to walk through what seemed like solid material, right? Well, when the man extended his phone through the glass, it actually went through. He then stepped forward, making it look as if he entered a sort of mirror universe. Everything on the other side was a little different. It was like looking through a window with no sharp edges. What made it even creepier was how eerily empty the other side seemed. You've probably heard of the theory that mirror universes, multiverses, or even time travel paradoxes exist. These are alternative versions of our universe, with subtle or significant differences. They may have alternate histories, different technological advancements, or variations in natural laws. In some science fiction, mirror universes are described as separate realms coexisting with our own, accessible via mirrors or portals. In certain time travel stories, mirror universes can form when changes in the past lead to branching timelines or alternate futures. In August 2016, a video started circulating on social media, claiming that someone made an offering at the premises of CERN. CERN is the world's largest and most respected organization for scientific nuclear research. The video showed several people dressed in black robes performing a ritual in front of a statue of the Hindu god Shiva. The nearly 20 feet or 6-meter-high statue was donated to CERN by the Indian government in 2004 to honor India's collaboration with CERN in Switzerland. Shiva is a significant deity in Hinduism and is often associated with destruction and creation. In Hindu mythology, Shiva is known as the god of transformation and is worshipped by millions of people worldwide. The statue at CERN depicts Shiva in the form of Nataraja, the lord of the dance, which is considered a symbol of the cosmic cycles of creation and destruction. The video quickly spread, and many people shared it on social media, expressing outrage over the so-called satanic ritual. Even CERN had to intervene, issuing a statement labeling the video as fake and stating that the organization does not endorse or participate in any form of religious or political activities. The creation of the internet has brought about many great changes, and it has been able to connect people all over the world. However, it has also brought with it a lot of mysteries. On January 4, 2012, an internet puzzle was posted on the forum 4chan called Cicada 3301. The post included a picture with a cryptic text that they were looking for intelligent individuals who could solve this puzzle. The puzzle led them to various locations all over the earth, up to the dark web, where they also found new clues to be solved. Since then, a new clue came out every year. Besides the fact that no one has ever solved the puzzle, it is still a big mystery who the people behind Cicada 3301 were. Theories vary from the CIA, NSA, MI6, or maybe intelligent hackers who were looking for new people for their team and had extreme knowledge in cryptography and steganography. The following clip was filmed from inside a moving train, and at first nothing seems unusual. Looking out one window, the scenery appears almost frozen, with buildings drifting by slowly as if the train is barely moving. Then the camera shifts to the opposite side, and the effect is completely different. Here, the world rushes past at full speed, with poles turning into blurs and platforms disappearing in seconds. It is the same train in the same moment, yet the motion feels split in two, almost like reality failed to sync properly. A 4-year-old boy named Edward Austrian had been complaining to his mother for a long time about persistent throat pain. He also seemed to dislike gray, drizzly days. During this period, Edward's throat pain worsened, and doctors even removed his tonsils, but the pain persisted. Then something unusual happened. Edward began telling intricate stories about World War I, details that a 4-year-old certainly couldn't have learned from television programs or movies. He described life in the trenches and the daily events of the war. One day, he told his mother a vivid story about how he had been shot in the throat, claiming that his name was James and that he had lived in France at the age of 18. In heartbreaking detail, he described trudging through the mud and enduring the bitter cold while carrying a heavy rifle. This story left everyone wondering, what kind of 4-year-old could make up such a tale?
Do you really need a mirror to apply lipstick? Most people would say yes, and they certainly would not pretend their hand is a reflection. In this clip, a woman sits on a subway train, calmly putting on bright red lipstick. She lifts her hand and holds her palm in front of her face as if checking a compact mirror, but there is no mirror at all. With smooth and practiced precision, she looks directly at her open hand, making the moment feel strangely unnatural.
The Pangboche Monastery, located at an altitude of 13,780 feet, or 4,200 meters in the mountains, holds a special place in the hearts of those fascinated by the legend of the Yeti. It is famous for housing the renowned Yeti hand and skull, which have sparked the imaginations of people for centuries. According to the monks of the monastery, these relics provide intriguing physical evidence that the Yeti, a creature shrouded in mystery, truly exists. The discovery of the Yeti hand and skull has partly cleared up the mystery for people outside the country, as they serve as tangible proof of these beings' existence as creatures of flesh and blood. An interesting aspect noted by the Nepalese monks is the size of the hand compared to the local population. The hand is said to be twice the size of a normal human hand, which strengthens the belief in the existence of this giant creature. Such comparisons tie the evidence of the Yeti's existence to the smaller stature of the Nepalese people. Do you think this is a real Yeti hand that they found? Let me know in the comments. In 2013, when former US President Barack Obama was giving a speech in the Middle East, people noticed that one of the bodyguards looked different. They found that the figure moved in a reptilian manner, fueling rumors about the existence of reptilians. This theory suggests that a group of humanoid reptilian beings lives among us, secretly controlling human society for centuries. The theory is based on the idea that these reptilian beings are shapeshifters, capable of assuming human forms. Some people believe they hold positions of power in government, the financial world, and other influential institutions. One of the most well-known individuals allegedly identified as a reptilian is Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook. Do you believe in this theory, or do you think it's nonsense? Saada Hatoum was born on June 6, 1932, in Kfar Salwan, Lebanon, about 15 miles or 25 kilometers east of Beirut. She was the daughter of Asad and Zaher Hatoum. At 6 years old, she suffered from severe rheumatic fever. At the age of 20, Saada married a police officer named Halim. A year later, she gave birth to her first daughter, Layla, followed by her second daughter, Gada, 3 years later. Despite her declining health, she gave birth to a son, Nabil, in 1962, the same year she was diagnosed with mitral valve disease. Knowing that her illness was likely fatal, Saada stated that in her next life, she would remember who she was and speak about it. Her final words were, "Layla, Layla." Suzanne was born on March 21, 1972, just 10 days after Saada's passing, in Chuifat, a suburb of Beirut. Her first words were, "Awo Layla." As Suzanne grew older, she told her parents that Layla was her child and identified herself as Saada. Everyone around her embraced Suzanne as the reincarnation of Saada. Sometime in 2014, the following video footage was shot at a gas station at night. The security camera captures something that remains a mystery to this day. Some people think it's ghosts running by. Others think it is orbs associated with the paranormal. Many people in the comments discuss what it could have been, but someone hypothesized that it might be people or deer running by. At one point, something is also thrown over the fence. What do you think was captured on camera here? Let me know in the comments.
This Vanishing congregation clip is considered one of the most shocking glitches ever shared online. During a live-streamed service at Calvary Church, the congregation stands together for the closing hymn, singing in unison. Then, in a single instant, more than half of the people disappear, leaving empty pews where they had stood seconds earlier. Those who remain look around in disbelief as the music continues. Confusion spreads quickly across the room, and what makes it even more unsettling is that it was broadcast live, with no cuts or edits.
It is claimed that this next video shows a mysterious black substance made from nanotechnology. While nanotechnology exists outside of Marvel movies, we are still far from achieving something like this. To make it even more mysterious, it is said that the black substance comes from ancient pyramids. It moves as if it is a living creature, and the slightest touch causes it to move across a board with great force. Additionally, it is said to respond to sound and can follow you. To showcase more of its abilities, the person filming tried to separate it with a credit card, but it repeatedly returned to its original shape, regardless of the method used. Nanotechnology is a branch of science and engineering focused on designing, producing, and applying structures, devices, and systems by manipulating atoms and molecules at the nanoscale. The nanoscale refers to dimensions between approximately 1 and 100 nanometers, where unique phenomena and properties emerge. One of the earliest examples of nanotechnology is the Lycurgus cup, an ancient Roman chalice almost 1,700 years old, which shows unique optical properties due to the presence of gold and silver particles. The water fountain tree is located in the village of Barutana, near the town of Kalasin in Montenegro. It is an 59 feet or 18-meter-high maple tree from which natural spring water flows, creating the effect of a waterfall as the water cascades down the tree. This phenomenon occurs whenever there has been heavy rainfall in the area. The tree is estimated to be around 500 years old, and the spring is believed to be fed by an underground water source. The water flowing from the tree is clean and drinkable, and it is said to have healing properties. According to the local population, it can help with various health issues, such as digestive problems and skin conditions. Since the discovery of the water fountain tree, it has become a popular tourist attraction in Montenegro, drawing visitors from all over the world to witness this unique natural wonder. Would you dare to take a sip of that water? In the next clip, someone is calmly recording a glowing orange-red sunset as it sinks toward the horizon when something unexpected happens. As the sun flares brightly, its surface briefly shows a honeycomb or hexagonal pattern, almost like a visible pixel grid breaking through the light. Seconds later, it returns to its normal, smooth and fiery color, as if nothing occurred. Yet the brief effect still sparks huge debate. Some viewers claim it proves we live in a simulation, while others suggest artificial projection theories. The reincarnation story of James Leininger is often cited as one of the most compelling cases. It involves a young boy who appeared to have vivid memories of a past life as a fighter pilot in World War II. James was born in 1998 in Louisiana, USA, and around the age of 2, he began exhibiting unusual behaviors. He experienced severe nightmares about a plane crash, often waking up in terror and screaming. James later claimed that he had been a pilot who flew a Corsair aircraft during World War II, and that he had been shot down by the Japanese. He even recalled his previous name, James, and mentioned that he took off from a ship called the Natoma. He also remembered the name of a fellow pilot, Jack Larson. Despite having no exposure to military aviation as a child, he had detailed knowledge of aircraft and wartime events. His parents eventually found archival records of a pilot named James Houston Jr., who served on the USS Natoma Bay and died when his plane was shot down during the Battle of Iwo Jima. James's story closely matched these historical facts. The Leininger family contacted surviving crew members of the USS Natoma Bay, and several veterans were astounded by the accuracy of James's recollections. His family even visited Houston's sister, who was deeply moved by James's knowledge of details from her brother's life. As James grew older, however, his nightmares faded, and he gradually stopped talking about his past life memories. The following story comes from the 12th century and is about 2 children with green skin color who were reportedly found in the village of Woolpit in England. They looked human, but spoke an unknown language and wore clothes made of a strange kind of material. Furthermore, they would eat nothing but raw broad beans. However, the little boy became ill and died soon after, but the girl learned to speak English, and after a while her green skin color disappeared. She said she came from a place called St. Martin's Land, where she lived underground with other green people. The girl and her little brother reportedly got lost and ended up at a dark cave that eventually led them to sunlight. The story of the green children remains a great mystery to this day. Some think it is a folk tale, while others say the children were possibly of alien origin or from another civilization that lived underground.
A driver films from inside their car on a suburban road under a clear blue sky. As they cruise along, every single vehicle in sight, coming toward them, parked, passing by, is bright red. Sedans, trucks, SUVs, even a distant one down the street, all red, no exceptions. Did the simulation glitch and cause all of these? The camera pans across the road, showing an unbroken sea of crimson vehicles that feels statistically impossible in normal traffic. It could also be that at that moment, the Matrix ran out of all colors.
If we got $1 for every time someone teleported on live TV, we'd have at least $1. That's not much, but it's strange that it has happened at least once. On an ordinary day, you're watching your average local news when suddenly something grabs your attention, making you wait for the replay. It's not the reporter or the person being interviewed, it's someone in the background. Between one flicker and the next, a new person appears in the interview, out of nowhere, as if they just floated in. And they look like a regular person, not dressed in the futuristic clothes you'd expect from teleporters. For this seasoned professional, it's just another ordinary day, and it seems like he didn't even notice the camera crew nearby. Do you think this person is from the future? Or have we already invented teleportation somewhere in this world or another timeline? The human-shaped town of Centuripe is an archaeological site located in the town of Centuripe in Sicily, Italy. The site is named after the unique layout of the ancient town, which was designed in the shape of a human figure. The town was built in the 4th century BC by the Sicilian tribe known as the Siculi, who were renowned for their distinctive artistic style. The layout of the town was carefully planned to mimic the form of a human figure, with streets and buildings arranged as the body and limbs of a person. The head of the human figure was situated at the highest point of the town, where the main buildings and temples were located. The arms and legs of the figure were represented by the main streets, which were filled with shops, houses, and public buildings. The human-shaped town of Centuripe is a remarkable example of ancient urban planning and is considered one of the best preserved examples of Sicilian art and architecture from antiquity. Shot at night in a wooded area, the video shows someone pointing a powerful flashlight upward toward a tree. The bright beam illuminates the branches and trunk clearly, casting a sharp, detailed shadow of the tree onto the dark sky behind it. The shadow appears projected directly onto the night sky like a screen, complete with crisp edges and even a visible stop point where the beam ends, as if hitting an invisible boundary. It's like something out of the Truman Show. Few stories of past life memories are as striking as that of a boy who helped identify his own buried body and his murderer. In 2020, a 3-year-old boy in the Golan Heights, near the border of Syria and Israel, claimed that he had been attacked with an axe in a past life. He led the village elders to the site where his body had been buried, and, to their astonishment, they found the skeleton of a man. He also pointed out the location where the murder weapon had been buried, and upon excavation, they indeed found an axe. This remarkable story was documented by Dr. Eli Lash and recorded by German therapist Trutz Hardow. The boy was born with a birthmark at the exact spot where he claimed he had been fatally wounded. Moreover, he was able to name his alleged killer. Though the accused initially denied involvement, he later confessed to Dr. Lash after the boy discovered his own body. Was this a case of karma or mere coincidence? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Did you know that there are over 50 billion birds on the Earth? You have them in different shapes and sizes, but the next strange bird is known as the gorilla bird. This bird was captured on camera at the Parco shopping center in Nagoya, Japan. It seems that this bird likes to work out because it looks muscular. The bird is said to be a crow, and some people say that when they lower their wings and widen their legs, it looks like they are standing on their wings. Other people say that this bird is bigger than normal. According to the person who took the video, the bird would have sat still for several minutes without changing its position.
Imagine if you could get rid of all your messes, cans, trash, and recycling this easily. This isn't just a random video taken from someone's balcony to show off a mediocre backyard, a messy one at that. No, The real glitch happens when they keep the camera on, walk down the same staircase in the same house, and open the glass doors to their garden. Their squeaky clean yard appears instead. Are there levels to this multiverse? What changes with the altitude of the upstairs balcony?
What would you do if you saw a mysterious creature in the forest? Would you chase it to investigate or run away? This person was walking through the woods when they spotted a creature that was neither human nor animal, or at least not any recorded animal. The creature clearly did not want to be followed and appeared frightened. The filmer shouted something and started chasing the creature, which suddenly began throwing anything it could find on the ground at the filmer. When viewed up close, the creature looked somewhat human-like, perhaps even resembling a scarecrow. After throwing a few stones, the creature fled further into the woods and disappeared from sight. The filmer tried to follow it for a bit, but eventually gave up. The Encontro das Aguas is a natural phenomenon and the confluence of two rivers near the Brazilian city of Manaus in Brazil. It is the point where the dark, tea-colored waters of the Rio Negro meet with the sandy, muddy waters of the Solimões River, creating a striking contrast in colors. The two rivers run side by side for several miles/kilometers without mixing, due to differences in temperature, speed, and density. The water of the Rio Negro is more acidic, warmer, and flows more slowly, while the water of the Solimões is cooler, flows faster, and carries more sediment. The boundary between the two rivers is visible over a distance of 3.7 miles or 6 kilometers, creating a remarkable visual effect. The Encontro das Aguas is not only a tourist attraction, but also an important ecological phenomenon. The difference in water chemistry between the two rivers creates a unique habitat for a diverse range of aquatic species, including fish, turtles, and river dolphins. The area is also home to several indigenous communities who rely on the rivers for fishing and transportation. A large building, possibly a mill or factory, sits perfectly framed at the end of a straight road. From a distance, it looks huge and surprisingly close, dominating the entire view. But as the car drives toward it, something strange happens, and instead of growing larger, the building appears to shrink and move farther away. The closer the vehicle gets, the smaller and more distant it seems, until the road curves and reveals its true far-off position. It almost looks like the structure is glitching or shifting backward. Do you think these are just strange coincidences? Or are we really witnessing glitches in the Matrix? Let us know in the comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click one on the screen, or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.